Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Wednesday, April 8th, 10 p.m. Mountain Time 2020. The models are in, and they're not funny. Showing heavy snow in the Northeast coming soon in the next few days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be your fun day. Take a look at the dumper over there. And then a system will move down through the upper Midwest, and another system will bury the U.S. But the big story, Easter weekend cold to plunge through the Rockies, Plains, and upper Midwest, wringing out snow for some. Ho, ho, ho. Keep calm. It's boom time. Rain and snow will continue to fall on Southern California and bury the Sierras. Wacky weather coming Thursday into Friday, including snow from Michigan. Heads up, Top Knot. A full-scale weather pattern is going to change and occur Thursday and Friday. It could be frightful, and it could be delightful. Take a look at the snow dropping in. Weather whip flash to bring winter's cold plunging back across eastern half of the U.S. Whew, try to say that once. Bomb cyclone to bury parts of the Northeast under feet of April snow. And the blue dress is on.
We are talking about colder air here really working into the Northeast as we head through Thursday. Believe it or not, there's a cold front coming in. And for those in New England, you're saying, hey, well, we haven't really had the warmth just yet. Unfortunately, you won't be getting in on the action. Strong winds here will be blowing in some of that colder air as we head through Thursday.
Wait, maybe I want to get on the action.
Evening, and some of those wind gusts could top more than 40 miles per hour here through portions of the Northeast and
Holy macaroni, 40 miles per hour in snow? Say it ain't snow. Bomb cyclone to bury parts of the Northeast under feet of April snow. And that was amazing. Nearly 52 million people are at risk for severe weather Wednesday. And we're talking the Southeast, the beast from the East, and the Central from the Mississippi Valley. Now, it's not looking good for you. A clash of record-breaking heat in the south and extreme cold to the north will lead to severe storms across 17 states. This is Wednesday, putting 52 million people at risk. And that was today. I don't see any reports. But this is going to continue. Take a look at the zone. Level 2 of 5. The enhanced risk area level 3 of 5 is in place for parts of western Ohio Valley, central Mississippi Valley, and Tennessee Valley. As the storm becomes better organized, the Storm Prediction Center may elevate the risk level to moderate level 4 of 5. And we're going to be checking those models in just a second to see if you lie in one of those areas. Check out the snowfall totals for the last 24 hours. Fresno, just west of there, picking up 12 to 18 inches, the big winner, and 8 to 12 inches in the mountains just east of L.A. Hey. And there is your CMC model. If I put the GFS model up here, it would blow your mind. So I'm just going to keep it real here with the CMC. Heavy snow in the Sierras, heavy snow in the Steamboat area of Colorado, northern Wyoming, most of Montana in the mountains, and hello, Alberta. But Maine, it's insane. And the biggest totals may be in Vermont or New Hampshire, even the Dax. Heads up, Whiteface Mountain. Severe weather threat from the middle Mississippi Valley to the Ohio Valley. And let's illuminate my Oppenheimer Ranch. Look at this. Everything is Oppenheimer. That's crazy. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing large hail, damaging winds, and a few tornadoes are expected across the middle Mississippi Valley into the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. Heavy mountain snow and rainfall will continue in southern Cali and in the desert southwest through late week. Heavy rainfall may pose flash flood risks, especially to burn scar locations. And take a look at the tornado warnings and watches throughout the Mississippi Valley here. Heads up, Indiana, southern Illinois, Kentucky, looking plucky. Middle Tennessee, lots of warnings in that region. So click on your counties if you're worried about flooding or other severe weather watches in your area. Go to weather.gov. Become a Weather Ready Nation ambassador, like the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Melbourne's wettest start to a year since 1911, which, by the way, was the centennial minimum, which is like the same amount of cosmic same as now, grand solar minimum, the global warming grand minimum. Well, you pick it up. I just put it down. After its third driest year on record, Melbourne is now having its wettest start of the year since 1911. And that, I mean, keep calm. Hello, that's good news. Giles. Seismic update. No quakes of note. 4.6 kicking off in Indonesia. This quake here in Tonga, 5.4 at 411 kilometers, could be worrisome. And we did have a rocker in New Zealand at 3.7 on the island. Idaho continues to rock, as well as Puerto Rico. Heads up, we're watching it closely. Worldwide volcano news update. Trifecta box tonight. Klucha Skav puffing to 23,000 feet, Sabancaya to 25,000 feet, and Popo to 24,000 feet. That's a triple boom, boom, boom. Boom! Hello. Trailblazing astronomer Margaret Burbridge, who helped reveal what happens inside stars, dies at 100. Some called her Lady Stardust. That's an awesome nickname. Maybe I should be like Man Bear Pig Plasma Geologist. Who knows? New map pinpoints U.S. power lines susceptible to space weather superstorms. Now, if you're wondering why it only seems like there's power lines in the northern half of the U.S., you're not alone. This does not show the susceptibility of all power stations, transformers, and the like. Hello, just the lines. So don't get your panties in a bunch or think that you're out in the clear down here or over in Southern California, because you're not. These are the most susceptible in the regions that we know, where I believe telluric currents would be picked up in the power lines themselves and start the lines to glow. This doesn't have to do anything with transformers, which can blow up anywhere, because if you're in that part of the nation where the event, let's say if it's a solar flare, actually hits the Earth, here's the Earth, and it's actually coming in to hit the Earth. If you're in that city, that's where the charge is going to happen. So anyway, most susceptible in these yellow zones, purple zones, and if you're prepping, check out the dark zone here down the four corners. Hello. Stay away from the yellow, said one fellow one time. Crops could face double trouble from insects in warming climate. Probably not. Studies suggest the ocean is soaking up twice as much CO2 as we thought. Yes, probably so. Thank you, oceans. Otherworldly. I'm sure some of you have seen it, the 150-foot-long string-like organism spotted in the deep sea, made up of millions of interconnected clones. Some people think Rex Bear has something to do with this, but I just think it's a big circular worm of a bunch of Rex Bear clones, much different. And if a piece of fish falls into one of the clones, he gets all the food and he eats it all, and he makes everyone else down the line sicker than him. Yeah, it's a weird animal. It's like a 340-foot circular worm of clones. Well, if you're actually a biologist or a paleontologist like me, this is an actual floating coral reef. It's amazing. So corals can happen at thousands of feet, hundreds of feet in the tidal zone, and they can also float around the ocean. These colonies. It's pretty fantastic. And they're doing just fine. Crops were cultivated in regions of the Amazon 10,000 years ago. Well, did you know that fava beans were cultivated as long as 10,600 BC? That's at the end of right after the Younger Dryas event, we started growing beans again. That's how resilient and smart humans are. We've been farming forever. Are you farming? Are you? Is Bright Comet Atlas disintegrating? Well, based on what old school astronomers are saying, sure it is. Because here we had one picture, we had this tight nucleus, and here's the coma, half the size of the sun or whatever. And now the nucleus is elongated. So clearly it broke up. Well, that is not verifiable. And it could also be electrifying and changing the profile here of this clearly um, enhanced video. Anyway, hello. So and even if it breaks up and the size of the coma, let's say it's 10 kilometers or 20 or 30 kilometers, if it breaks up into all these 1 kilometer pieces, this baby is going to put on a show and people will still jump off buildings, in my opinion. That's not what we want. We want people to keep their faculties with them. But I mean, people have been waiting their entire lives. Generations have been calling for the end of the world. So it's anyone's guess what actually happens. If this baby lights up and we're all locked down, hello. It's boom time. I can't click on a thing here. I'm working on it. Disco tardigrade parties under the microscope. Wins International Photo Prize. And it's sexy. I mean, are you picking it up? That is one good looking tardigrade. And that's one good looking diamond walking around Frank Oppenheimer's old cabin up at the Oppenheimer Ranch. This is 5 years ago today. Hey. Hope you got something out of the video. In case you didn't know, Leah and I happened to buy Frank Oppenheimer's ranch, one of the 18 lots it was cut up into. And his cabin is on our parcel. Thanks to all our one-time donors, all of our Patreons, the new Patreons, and more importantly, those people who still care about the weather. Our views on Grand Solar Minimum productions like this are down 50%. And our YouTube revenue from ads is down over 75%. Now, we've been monetized on all of the coronavirus videos as well as Grand Solar Minimum, but something is afoot. The algorithm is at play. We need to increase viewership on these videos, so it's up to each and every one of you to share these with like-minded people. If people are worried about crops, food shortages, changing weather patterns, and the lies being perpetrated by the media, we suggest you send them over to our channel, where they will get independent reporting from independent scientists who are barely paid by anybody. We care about each and every one of you. Our one-time donors, thank you. Our Patreons, thanks for sticking with us. Please share this video. It's not a schmidio. Be safe. We love you. That's